Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to thank you so much for checking out what's going on here at my channel today. I appreciate it when you leave me a comment so that I can connect with your energy. I appreciate when you leave me a thumbs up, and I try to appreciate it when you leave me a thumbs down, because it does help me to grow my channel, which puts it out there and allows more people to have access to it, because my real goal here is to help people. And so when you connect with me, you allow me to connect with additional people, and so I appreciate that, and I just wanted to thank you for that. So I'm going to do a love reading. I will timestamp it so that if you don't want to see the weekly, although I think you should stick around for it, you can skip right ahead to that. So let's talk about what's going on here in the weekly for Virgo, October 14th through the 20th. Nice. Oh, Virgo. Okay, so happy. You look at this. You have the Empress. You are the Empress. The Queen of Pentacles reminds me of, that represents Virgo in the tarot, and she is the lower energy of this Empress. This is the nurturing, the loving, the caring, the growth, the being able to bring something forward and make it really amazing. And look, you have the Seven of Cups. This means you have choices. You have choices about where do you want to put your energy and your effort in order to grow something that you want this week that is emotionally satisfying. It could be financially satisfying. It could be abundance of any sort that you're trying to bring into your life. You have the opportunity, but because we're starting out in Taurus is all about financial abundance. I think that this likely could be an opportunity to start a creative project, something that you enjoy, that you love, that brings you emotional satisfaction along with financial gain, which would be lovely. So Taurus, moon goes into Taurus on Monday at 12:24 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's U.S. Eastern Daylight Time, U.S. Yes. Okay, so this is about the responsibility, right? The efficiency, the finding a new way to work a situation, the production analysis, like how can we work this situation so it works better? But look, you have this pleasure and you have this beauty going with this. And so, yes, I feel like this is some kind of a passion project or a job you really enjoy, or a new opportunity to create something around the house that you really like. That there's this sense of I need to bring balance to the situation. And Tuesday, by the way, the energy on Tuesday is lovely. Most of the energy has been really kind of difficult due to all the alignments of the planets as they've been coming into a square with Neptune and Pluto over there in Capricorn. And so, boom, 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 they've been doing that. And now they're like working their way into an opposition with Uranus over in Taurus. And so, lots of difficult energies in October. I'm not going to lie about that. But the nice thing is that Tuesday looks like a good day to just kind of chill out a little bit. So, take a breather, right? Take a breather. Okay, so let's get a little bit of guidance for you. So you have persistent pursuits. The opportunity for growth is here for this creative project that you really, really want. And persistent pursuits. And you have time to replenish. So nurturing yourself is also important. So that balance, right? They both landed right on the balance card just in time, right? So persist in your pursuits while making sure that you create time and space to balance. So creating the work-life balance, Virgo rules the 6th house of the zodiac, which is all about creating work-life balance. And so you're being asked to step into your superpower role of showing the rest of us how to do that. How to make that happen. Making us look like, yeah, that's how, so that's how it's done. Oh, that looks so easy. So being in your superpower this week looks like it's a real possibility for you to accomplish great things. On Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m., the moon moves into Gemini. And Gemini is a fellow, it's also ruled by Mercury, as your sign is. And so there's some comfort in that. There's the ability to make that work. And you might feel that, you're feeling like, I kind of want to tell everybody, look what I'm doing. Look what I've accomplished. Look how resilient I am. Look what I've come back from. Look what I've learned. Look how I've grown. And that's okay. It's about your reputation, and it well deserved. You guys have had some hard stuff, and so if you can look around and find the things that you're proud of and you want to share with the world, I would absolutely take that opportunity, because you're heading in the right direction here. Two things. This is not the first time I've seen this. You need to love who you are. All the parts of you, the parts that you don't think anybody else could possibly like, love them anyways. Accept who you are, love who you are, understand that who you are is a very unique individual spark of God that came here to teach lessons, to learn lessons, to grow, and just to shine. So be who you are and love who you are, and you have fly high. Opportunity right now for something amazing to happen. I can see it setting up. And all I can say is, I know you're all going, well, it's about time. And I agree. It is about time. Totally. The moon is going to move into, superpower night coming up on Thursday night. Superpower night alert, or Friday night. It's a good night to do some research. And hey, nobody does it better than you. All right, so Saturday and Sunday, the world is going to be a little touchy. It's a good thing it's a weekend. Less toes that you could possibly step on. So, heads up. People are going to be feeling a little oversensitive because of the placement of the moon at such a harsh angle with the sun in Libra and Uranus over there, and not Uranus, but over there it's in opposition to what's going on with Pluto and Platurn, right? Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. There's this need for people to kind of manipulate situations, and they're going to be, they might, and by manipulation I mean they might hear something, but in their head they're going to be like, oh, that sounded like they're trying to be mean, or they're trying to control me, which might not be at all the intention. So, heads up, word of warning. Be loving and kind to yourself and others that weekend, and you have receive healing. Oh, so focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on the fact that you're receiving divine protection. Take some time out for yourself. When I see receive healing, I mean, do you need a little Reiki session? Do you need a little mani-pedi? Do you need a little walk in the woods? Do something special for yourself that makes you feel good about yourself to keep that balance. Persistent pursuits and time to replenish. The time to replenish is going to be over the weekend. Kind of want to avoid negative people anyway, because they're going to be worse than usual. Guaranteed. That'd be a duck and cover weekend. All right, so here we go. Let's get you a gemstone card, and then we'll get into the love reading. That went really fast. It was nice to have something that looks really positive. And you have chrysocolla. Ooh, I'm actually wearing a little chrysocolla necklace. Picked it up online. It was really inexpensive. I ordered a bunch of different ones. It says, my body and mind are in balance. My body and my mind are in balance. I am healthy. Chrysocolla. Reduces inflammation, releases anger and resentment, heals old mental and emotional wounds. A time for healing, right? Improves inner peace, balanced mind, body, and emotion. So, my body and mind are in balance. I am healthy. Take care of yourself this weekend. This week. Love yourself, all the parts of you, the shadow, the light. And looks like you have something amazing starting to go there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and timestamp this, and then we're going to move on to the love portion of the reading. What's that? 9:20. All right, love portion of the reading. So let me just pick these things up because I'm sure you can understand. It gets messy. It's kind of annoying. You would find it that way anyway, but it even bothers me. Okay. We're going to do the 9-card spread, which is rarely 9 cards. But today's been pretty close to 9 cards, so I'm liking that. If you've never seen this before, the center card is the key to the situation. We're going to cover the past, the present, and the future. We're going to cover thoughts, feelings, and actions. And then I assigned little Lenormand. I assigned Lenormand houses to the different positions to be able to drill down in and get more information. And there you have it. Get 9 cards. Look at this. The overall energy is Treasure Island. This is that creative energy. This is this energy. Okay? This is that creative energy. This is the primordial, the beginning stages of bringing in the treasure of love and money, abundance in all of its forms. It's emotional. It's beautiful. Oops. All right. Somebody else got that card today, but I don't think, I think it was the key. So if you have Taurus, I think it was Taurus. If you have Taurus in your chart, that could be significant. All right. So, here and now, keep showing up. This is coming up for a lot of people. This is because it's really important. The key to the situation is being where you are right now, not looking too far to the past, not looking too far to the future. When you can be where you are right now in the every moment now moment, when you start to drift away into things that are stressing you out, or if you look too far in the future and you're feeling anxious about things that haven't even happened, or you can't get over crap that happened in the past, you're trying to overanalyze situations. When that happens, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and feel yourself settle into the body, and just take a look around. Like, pause for a moment and look around and see, what do you see right now? It's a very calming moment that you can do at any point in time. The key to the situation is being where you are now, not worrying too much about what happened in the past. Can't do anything about it. Learn lessons from it, but you can't change it. And the future hasn't happened yet. It is what you create in your mind. And so if you're creating anxious, anxiety-ridden, negative thoughts, that's what you're creating for your future. It becomes that self-fulfilling prophecy that we hear so much about, right? Okay, everybody breathe in. Thank you. I can feel your anxiety. It's stressing me out. One more time. Nice and slow. Thank you. Okay, in the past, you were trying to do things the right way and trying to figure out what is the right way. What is the right way to do whatever it is that you're trying to do and to make this work, this situation, this whatever, right? Transformation happens with the why. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. The transformation happens when you stop worrying so much about the why. There are lessons to be learned, yes. But if they're running and chasing round and round and round and round in your head and driving you crazy, then you aren't learning anything. Let it go. And bring yourself back to the here and the now. Sometimes knowing why prevents you from making future mistakes. I understand that. Trust me, I understand that very well. But sometimes the why answer cannot be found. You cannot get the research that you need. You cannot have access to that person. They may have passed on. They may have cut you off. They may be like long gone. You can't ask them, why did you do this thing to me? You can't. And so part of that is learning to accept that everybody is human and not everybody behaves the way we would prefer, including ourselves. But we're all really trying to do the best we can based on the experiences we've had in our life, past lives. We come in here and that's how we are. And so when you release the need to know the why, you can probably transform the situation. That's one. There is going to be a few of you where the answer, the why, comes to you and you're like, oh, And that transforms the situation. But I feel like it comes to you. I don't feel like it's from searching it out really hard. It's like given to you, like out of the blue. So don't be seeking so hard the why. Instead, seek to be here and now. Okay? So you can nurture and grow your life. Oh, look at this. If you want to know why, it's because the hand of fate has been lighting the stars to bring in the abundance of love into your life. That's why. Okay. Now you know the why. It came to you just like that, like I said. Try to observe from the observer point of not emotionally attached to situations in the past that had red flags. Oh, that's a red flag. Observe it. Don't judge it. Don't judge the person as a bad person or whatever. Don't judge yourself for, oh, I should have seen it. Just go, oh, that was a red flag. So that when you see it again, you go, oh, there's a red flag, and you move on, and you move past. That's how you learn from the past without it dragging you under. You release the emotional attachment to the information, and you just go, oh, okay, that's why. That's why. It wasn't right, it wasn't wrong, it was just why. So in the past, again, seeking information, knew I had a lot of anxiety about trying to get a message from somebody, said something you were really, communication, oof. Okay, in the future we have mending heart. The fates are working together to help you mend your heart. It starts by you being where you are now and letting the stuff go. Can't do anything about it, okay? Either they gave you a message and they said something to you that you didn't like and it really hurt you, or they wouldn't give you a message and that hurt you. Whatever the communication issue was, it's in the past. Be where you are now, okay? Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your heart to heal. Okay. There were obstacles placed in your path as you were going along in relationships, things, and you're like, why is this so hard? Why can't I make this work? Why is this going on? Why? Guess what? That was spirit protecting you. Like, okay, you're going down the wrong road. We're going to steer you in a different direction. So we're going to set off a little avalanche or down this canyon. Okay, you can't get through. Now you got to go find a new path out there. Oh, I have to climb the rubble, though? Yeah, well, you couldn't keep going down that way. Sound familiar? We've all been down there. So the current thing that you can do is truth be told. And this is you being authentic with yourself. Opening your heart to who you really are. Being truly authentically you. Speaking your truth. Your truth. Not hiding behind a mask, but being who you are. Because when you are who you authentically are, that's when you attract the right relationship in. If you are trying to be somebody that you're not, so that you can, get this pot of gold, well, then it's just going to be false gold. It's not going to work. And then there'll be another avalanche. Look at this, look at this. Oh my gosh, okay. Your outcome card is the loyal heart. The thinker card came out as an afterthought. It wanted to come. I think you're going to find somebody who's on the same wavelength with you, who looks at things the same way you do, that shares values. Don't overanalyze the situation, though, right? Don't be over-analytical. Don't be over-critical. Instead, allow the heart to mend and find that loyal heart. I'm going to go to the book. I just want to double check on that. See if I see something that triggers something for me there. It's a 44. Angel number. Oh, for goodness sakes. The message is this. Love is not logical. But when you choose a partner, it's good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground for it, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you why, and should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Being authentically you. If someone shows you that red flag, being willing to walk away. If you're looking for this loyal heart, you're going to need to be paying attention to the red flags. If it's not the right relationship, let it pass. Let it sail on by, okay? Don't be afraid to be alone. Now is not the time to indulge in fantasy no matter what. In this case, the facts are the facts while we're talking to a Virgo, so I know you get that, okay? So don't be so worried. There's always... The loyal heart is out there. That's in the future. But the next relationship may not be it. The next person that asks you out may not be that. So be the observer. Be the observer. Look for the red flags. Don't judge someone because of them. Just simply say, oh, yeah, no, that didn't work for me last time. Doesn't make them a good person or a bad person. It makes them just not the right person for you. That's all. Look at this. Coming together. And you have your crown chakra came out too. So crown chakra is being in touch with spirit. That's that hermit card that represents Virgo. So, staying in touch with spirit, paying attention, asking for guidance, understanding the fates are leading you and guiding you. Listen to that. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition says, oh, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. That doesn't make anybody better or worse, just not the right match. That's all. Just not the right match. Okay, that one definitely wants to come. All right. So, we have friendship, which tells me starting as friends. Oh, we have a triangle. Why do we have a triangle? Why do we have a triangle? This is about the triangle. Oh, it's a work situation. Caution, caution, caution. That's a red flag. Don't get involved with someone from work. Even if there's not something that says don't do it, and I know that's where we mostly meet people that we know. Be very cautious about that situation. Is there anything else you can tell me about that situation? Anything else? No, that's it. Okay. Maybe in the past you were involved with someone from work. It started as friendship, got a little crazy. Pay attention to the red flags, okay? But this friendship card here makes me think this more than anything. This makes me feel like you need to be compatible with more than desire, right? You need to have compatibility on all levels. Well, not all levels, but on many levels. On the important ones. It is important to write down your list of priorities in life. I did that once. I sat down and wrote out my top 5 priorities so that when a situation came up, I would know what decision to make. So finances were important, but they weren't as important as my children. So if a situation came up at school and it was going to cost me money, like I had to leave a job or cut something or move a client around in order to accommodate what's going on at school, my priority was my family. It was my kids. So I did that. I was never in conflict because I sat down and I figured out what my priority list was. My value system was number 1. And later in life, members of my family were creating issues in my life where I was given an ultimatum where I had to choose between my value system and my family. But I already made the list and I knew what the answer was. It was a no-brainer for me. I still hope and I pray that there will be reconciliation in that situation, but I sleep well at night because I knew what was important to me was being authentically me and my truths. Okay, so advice for action. These are really practical advice cards, so we're going to read them from the book. You have connection and you have emotional freedom. Releasing the past. Remember, releasing the past Don't worry so much about the why. Observe it from a distance so that you learn what you need to know to look for the red flags. But, you know, don't let it run your life. You have drawn, this is the emotional freedom. You have drawn this card today because deep down you still believe or fear that being in a loving relationship will compromise your personal autonomy and emotional freedom. No matter how much you desire love and commitment on one hand, there is a part of you that holds back because of this old feeling. Whoa. Did not see that coming. If you have walls around your heart of self-protection because of things that have either happened in the past of this life or in another life, if what you really want, because this is what's on your mind, is this coming together, this mending of the heart, this connection, this loyal heart, this nurturing, this growing, you are going to have to take a risk. But I never saw the Fool card here or anything like that. So, observe what has happened in the past. Allow that to be information that you use, but don't allow it to be bricks in the wall around your heart. Allow it to be wisdom to guide you that brings you to your truth. But look at this. His heart is wide open. You need to open up your heart so that you can let love in, so you can let love out. Self-protection is it's not protecting you. It keeps you a prisoner. I mean, if he keeps his heart in the cage, his heart's trapped. It's not free. Self-protection is not freedom. It's a cage. No matter how much you desire love and commitment on one hand, there's a part of you that holds back because of this old feeling. Alternatively, if you are already in a partnership, it's time to acknowledge that your partner is not really limiting or suppressing you. No one can truly control you, so this card suggests that it's time to reclaim your power and make healthier choices for yourself and act upon them. Your partner isn't tying you down. Stand in your authority. Stand up for yourself and be who you are. Tell your truth, right? Tell your truth. True emotional freedom is not about keeping secrets from your mate. You may succeed in deceiving your partner, but you cannot deceive yourself in the long run. Rather, emotional freedom is about acknowledging the differing attitudes and perspectives each person holds, creating a relationship that can embrace them all. Then each of you will be free to think, speak, and act authentically while sharing the uniqueness of your experience with each other. This generates a feeling of mutual support, care, and understanding, and leads to an amazing freedom that celebrates the truth of who you are. The loyal heart, right? The mending of the heart. You have to be authentic. This connectiveness is, it says connection. Connection. For every relationship to thrive and for both parties to feel appreciated and understood, a deep sense of connection and non-judgmental communication is essential. The skills of conveying your feelings clearly and lovingly take a lifetime of practice and refinement. Sadly, most of us are not taught the art of active listening in school, so we often regard listening as merely remaining silent until it's our turn to speak. If you have drawn this card today, it's because your heart yearns for a fulfilling connection with another human being. Meaningful communication in which beautiful truths are revealed. Boy, the truth card keeps showing up and showing up and showing up. That is the most important card. I don't know why that wasn't the key card. It's the way it looks right here. But this is the action that you are supposed to be taking right now, is is being authentically yourself, okay? If you are manifesting a new relationship, be sure to spend some time considering how you will connect and communicate with the person coming into your life at this time. If in an existing relationship, consider which areas you withhold your sharing. Merely listen tolerantly until you can have your say. In both cases, you can consider what you may do to facilitate greater communication with each other. Take a genuine interest in what they say, what they do, ask questions. Don't just assume you understand. Then acknowledge what you have heard with a simple compliment or expression of gratitude. It's called reflecting back. Say, oh, so today when you were doing this, that, you thought this, that, and they'll be like, yeah. Okay, so like reflecting back to them what they've said. It's a really great technique that you can use in communicating with anybody. You can use it at work. You can use it at the grocery store. You can use it with your kids. When someone's speaking to you, you're listening enough, and then you rephrase it and you say it back to them, and then they know that you heard them. If you have it wrong, there's an opportunity for them to correct that information. And so this reflecting back is a really great way to do counseling. So if your kids come to you and they're upset about something, then you reflect back what they're saying. It's non-judgmental. It's simply restating what they said to you. Works great in partnerships. It's a beautiful tool. It takes skill. It's a language skill. It's a communication skill, which means it takes practice. That's all. It's just practice. So you might not be great at it the first time or the first 100 times, but keep trying. You'll get better at it, and your partner will notice it and appreciate it. Your kids will notice it and appreciate it. Okay, my nose is itching. Maybe they won't notice and appreciate, but you'll still get more information so that you can help them better. You know, we were all teenagers. Oh, I remember telling my 19-year-old son one day I couldn't wait till he was 25 so I could be smart again. All right, so be prepared to speak about yourself, your life, your beliefs, your dreams, and feelings in meaningful depth. What do you believe? What do you stand for? What are you passionate about? What gift would you like to share with the world? When you prepare to reveal your truth to another, your connection will deepen and become so much more fulfilling. Speaking your truth. Understanding what your priorities are. Who are you? Do you know? Sit down and make your list so that you know who you are, so you can have these conversations. What do you really care about? What's important to you? And when you prioritize the list, it makes it a lot easier to find someone with a similar value system because you can listen to what they're saying. Even if they haven't created a priority list, you can tell if you know what yours is. And you can figure out if you're compatible. Do you connect? Is this a situation that you really want to risk your heart on if you've been protecting yourself? So Spirit has some messages for you here today. A message for you. I am thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Spirit loves you. Oh, this is your future soulmate's message to you. Nice. Spirit also loves you. They want you to understand that. But while you're out there looking for that person, or you are with that person, and maybe you're not communicating really well, I am thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Okay, Spirit loves you. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed in this very moment. If you have a negative relationship from the past that is holding you back, it was abusive, it was hurtful, it was anything like that, you could still do this. So this is for current or past relationships to help cut the karmic ties that bind you, to cut those cords of negative energy, either the ones that are keeping you guys from moving forward in a more productive and emotionally fulfilling relationship, or the ones that are holding you from moving forward in being in a relationship with someone else that is productive and emotionally fulfilling. Those cords are binding you. So ask St. Michael. Okay, imagine yourself being surrounded by light. When this happened to me, it was the blue light of St. Michael. I was like encased in like this blue light egg. And feel your relationship being healed this very moment. And so when I was in this light, I said, St. Michael, please cut the cords of negative attachment in this relationship. And I watched him take a sword out and cut it. And I felt so much better. And then I saw a diamond encrusted light cord that connected us. So now the negative energy has been healed. Just because we're connected with this doesn't mean that we're moving forward in our relationship, but it means that it's being healed. And then I asked St. Raphael to help me heal my heart chakra from the pain. It's been under a lot of trauma. And so the healing comes in. Okay? You can do this. Whether they're in the living or not, whether you know where they are or not, whether you're in a current relationship or you moved on 6 relationships ago, but that feeling still is there and it hurts, you can do this. And then we have balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Good communication doesn't mean that you're in total agreement about everything. It means that you can have the conversation in a respectful, loving manner, and that you honor and respect each other. That's great communication when you're authentically who you are, and you know that no matter what, you believe who you are, you believe what you're saying, you understand that your partner understands and believes what they're saying, and so you love and support them and their beliefs. It doesn't mean you have to share every belief, but you have to honor and respect their right to their belief and their right to express it. And you love unconditionally yourself and your partner. Is that everything? Okay. Wow. I'm glad I'm only going to do these once a month. Holy moly. Okay. All right. But I will be back to do the weekly, and there will be something else with it. I don't know what yet. I haven't decided. So you take care. Love yourself. Make your list. Know who you are. What is your truth? When you know your truth, then you can speak your truth. And when you speak your truth, then you can draw in a relationship that is compatible with that truth. Okay? You take care. We'll talk soon.